example, in light of Cruise, Cruise this week started to allow the general public to drive in a safety driver-free, driverless car. And I remember when Cruise was in YC, and the V1 of the driverless car, Kyle and his tiny team built in 3 months. They retrofitted an Audi. To call it driverless would be an overstatement. There were a couple of things I remember. One, there was a big red button on the floor in the driver's seat. And Kyle never explained what that button did. But it was clearly important and very easy for him to reach. Number two, it only works on the highway. Number three, it was basically adaptive cruise control. Like, it was basically cruise control that stayed in your lane. It wasn't more fancy than that. And then number four, the moment I remember on my first test ride on Cruise that I'll never forget is we're driving down 101 and Kyle says, "Oh, a shadow. Let's see how the car handles that." And I was like, "Oh shit, Kyle." Out of everything I was looking out for, like curves, other drivers, signs, I didn't know that I should be afraid of the shadow. And that was V1. And Google had cars on the road retrofitted with all kinds of fancy equipment at that time. And Kyle had his Audi that couldn't deal with shadows. That's how it starts.